practical MPI on a lifting point or padeye. So this is the process of which you spray the white after cleaning the wetted area. You spray the white. After spraying the white on the wetted areas, then you bring in your bar magnet and you put your bar magnet in between at angle 45 degrees. You make sure it's well positioned. I hope you can see it. Then wetness, you now spray the black contrast. You spray the black contrast and you look at it critically. You look at it critically if there is any discontinuity. As you spray there, you spray the other part. You spray the other part and you change the position of your bar magnet. You change it again to see if there's any crack. If there's any crack, it will visibly show because of the help of the magnet. It will expand it. If there's any discontinuity or crack, visually you will see it with the help of the magnet. That is, after you apply the white contrast and the black, you will now begin to check for defects. You also put this point, you spray the black and you watch for a few seconds to see if there's going to be any defect. I hope you can see it. So this is how an MPI is done on the wetted area. And also there is a load bearing point here from the padeye hole. There is a stress area. This is where the shackle goes in, and this other point. So you can also check to be sure that there is no defect on this line. It has been cleaned already. Then you now apply after applying your white, you apply your black, and you look at it visually. Very critical. You can also move your magnet. Look at it. Look at the hole. Look at if the hole is well designed. Look at this other side. You also spray this side also to check also for defect. The defect that you can notice from this kind of padeye is mechanical damage, flame cut on the padeye, porosity on the weld. These are the things you check when carrying out an MPI. And they have 4 lifting points. You finish with this one, you go to the next point where I went to check. Already sprayed white here. Then you put your magnet and you check. You spray your black. You spray your black. You check. There's any crack. Put it here. At that point also. You also check. You spray. You spray your black on all the wetted area where you apply the white contrast, and you look at it. You look at it to check for discontinuity. That is a crack. You also look at this point and also check. So that is how you detect a crack on a wetted area. And also you consider the thickness of the padeye is an essential. If the minimum padeye thickness is supposed to be 22 mm, depending on what it's going to carry. You have different size of padeyes, and the material used for it also matters so much. But the essence of this class is for us to know the steps on how we can carry out an MPI on a weld or on a padeye that is welded to a primary structure. This is the primary structure of this container. That is key. This is key. That is covering or protecting the office caravan. So in our subsequent video, we'll be telling you other things you need to know on how to carry out MPI using black powder suspension. This is black powder suspension. Then using the bar magnet, calibrated bar magnet. This is a calibrated bar magnet, and also using the contrast white. This is the contrast white paint, and the paint remover, which helps you to remove the paint if there's any paint on the surface before you now start carrying out your MPI. You also make use of your pen brush, wire brush. You, after applying the paint remover, use our brush, and we'll brush the point to make sure that there's no remnant of paint on the welded die you want to carry out.